Hey guys, I'm going to make sure you don't miss a single thing when you get to the Forgotten Crossroads. This guide is going to show you every grub location and every collectible that you need, as well as go over the boss fights and unlockables for everything up until we reach Green Path. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the video and we'll get straight into it. After dropping down the well, take the path to your right and kill the bugs, then platform across to the next room. It brings us to this area where you don't really need to go in, but it's still cool to see. This area will be accessible later on in the game, but this is the Temple of the Black Egg. Go ahead and walk up to the NPC and read his dialogue. His name is Squirrel, like squirrel without the S. And then we can just head on out of here. Then go ahead and continue to the right again. In this room there's some beetles. We're gonna take care of those. They're pretty easy. They try to tackle you and if you smack them before they get close enough, then bam. Alright, you should be able to make quick work of these guys. Continue along the path. Watch out for the spike that falls. We're gonna go on into the next room. Then jump up and across. And we find a new enemy in this room who's a really big guy. But the strategy is basically if he raises his club, jump back, and then you can go in for one hit. And when he does his shockwave slam, just jump over the shockwave and you can hit him again. So hit him a couple good times and he should be dead. And you can already see here, this is where we find our first grub. So go ahead and grab that money that the big dude dropped and smash that sucker open. Don't worry, we'll figure out what he is going to do for us a little later. For now, we're going to continue back to the left. Before we head back to the well area, we're going to head down this passageway. This is another area that is passable, but you might as well check it out. We will be able to come back here later. So go ahead and run through here, drop down, and you'll meet a little bug named Myla who seems to be digging a hole looking for treasure. So you can check out her dialogue and then we'll head on back. Once we get back up into our next room, we're gonna head into the passage to our left and find some other goodies. When we get in here, jump over to these flying bugs. A good strategy for these guys is if you stay kind of in one spot when they're above you, just swing upwards and it'll knock them out. But enjoy this geo deposit here. Then we'll continue on the path to our left. Find some more spikes and another flying bug, jump on across, and then find the beetle and get into the next room. The spiky-headed beetles are about the same as the bald-headed ones, so just smack them and they shouldn't be too much of a challenge. And don't forget to heal up. You'll see me doing that throughout this. So here's a new guy. He's a jumpy beetle. You can kind of just guess where he's gonna jump and dodge them. He's not too hard. So we'll clear this room out, then move to the left, and we'll have to remember this area because our next grub location is here, but we are unable to get it without the double jump or the dash. So just keep a note of where it is. You can see him up there. So just clear a few more bugs, jump on up, and here we have another geo deposit. After you get your money up, then we'll jump on back down and head to our left again. Once we get our map, you'll see that this is basically a big loop, but we're pretty much done with this loop for now and we can move on to the rest of the map. So in this room, there's a series of platforms and a lot of like flying little ugly bugs that are there to basically knock you down. So what we're gonna do first is just jump straight up to the top and then make our way to our left and go into this door up here. And in here we will find the Grubfather, and you can see the first grub that we saved here. And this is basically where you're gonna be rewarded for the grubs that you find. So we're gonna be coming back here a lot. After we collect our schmeckles from Grubfather, we're gonna go ahead and just jump all the way down once we walk out of that room. Good luck not hitting any flies on the way down. Then once we reach our next room, we're gonna find Conifer, the map guy. And this is where we're gonna buy our first map. So go ahead and do that. Then we're going down, so we're gonna hop down here. Once we do that, we're gonna jump across these spikes, and yeah, look out for the fallen spikes. Once we enter the next room, you will find some big worm thingies jumping up out the ground. They hit me, so they'll probably hit you. So nail spike across and hit our next geodeposit right here. Then we'll drop down and jump back across the worms. Give it a second so he doesn't smack you. And then keep on going into our next room here. And in here we find a fat flying bug. I'm assuming it's like a egg sac bug. So look out for the little babies that come out of it. But then we'll jump on across and yeah, heal up and we'll find our next grub. This is grub number 3, technically number 2 since one of them was unattainable, but there you go. Then we'll head back on across. Now it's up to you if you want to go back to Grubfather at this point, but I would just suggest letting the grubs just build up for a while before you go back so it's like not a wasted trip. But yeah, we'll just go back the way we came, avoiding the worms. We'll jump back over that spiked chasm, look out for the spikes again, and continue on to our right this time. Now once we get into this next room, we have a huge geo deposit with 3 mounds if you go up. So make sure you don't miss that, grab those. Then if you hit the wall behind the last geo deposit, you will find a hidden area here. So once you climb up and make it across there, then there will be another geo deposit. So go ahead and smash it, drop down over here, continue in through the door where there will be a hot spring. The hot spring will heal your life to full and it'll fill up your soul meter. Then don't forget to stop by the bench to save your game. And once we do that, we're gonna head right back through the door we came through. It's also probably good to note that whenever you rest at a bench, once you die, you're gonna respawn back there. So we're gonna continue through this way. There's gonna be like a mini fight, not really a boss, but it's gonna lock you in here until you kill all these bugs. You kill the first one and then 2 more will appear. They shoot at you, but if you time it correctly, you can dodge their shots. And shouldn't be too hard. After we do that, we're gonna drop down and go through the bottom left passage. Once you enter this room, just drop down and there's 3 more geo deposits you can collect. So smash those up and then climb back up. You'll be able to see in the top left corner of this room that there is a passageway that we could go on, except we don't have the double jump yet, so we won't be able to go that way quite yet. Now we're gonna cross through the side where we fought those 3 bugs, and I just run past them. You could fight them if you want a little more geo, but just cross through to the next room, drop down, fight the beetle, and have another geo deposit here. Then we're gonna jump back up and cut across to our right where there's gonna be a lot of worms to avoid. Time your jumps to the first 3, then there's like a mosquito to fight, and once you have gotten all the way across, then there is a spot into the bottom right corner where you can get some geo by dodging another worm. After collecting that, then we're gonna jump back up and take our next passage to our right. In this next room, there's actually 2 paths you can take, the bottom path and the top path, along with a bunch of mosquitoes. Up in this left-hand corner, there's more mosquitoes to fight, maybe for some extra geo, but there's nothing else. I always take the top path because it has geo deposits up there where the bottom path has none. You could do the bottom path if you want to. Along this top path, we're gonna drop down, avoiding these worms to get our first geo deposit. Then we're gonna jump back up. It's gonna be pretty easy to just drop down and go back the way we came. I don't think you can jump that high at this point in the game, so just turn on back and jump up the kind of the long way, and then just jump across the gap. And then once you get across, there's another jump and the last geo deposit. Now this one's kind of tricky. You want to hit it and then pop out before the worm pops out at you. Then just hop down, but look out because there is a worm down there. And yeah, he'll probably hit you. But then we're gonna just go to the right. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything through the rest of the bottom path. It's just a bunch of worms to dodge. Once we get into this next room, we're going to start by grabbing another geodeposit. So just drop on down, climb up the stairs on the right side, and there's some bugs to fight, one of those exact ones. So go ahead and take care of that, and then up in that top corner is your next geodeposit. And at this point, we're getting pretty close to the first boss. So once we grab this geodeposit, we're going to go ahead and drop back down. And now we're going to follow that sign that we saw when we first came in. So go back to the entrance and hop up through the ceiling. We're not going to really worry about anything in this next room yet. We're just going to hop to the left and go through this door here. And you can see the stag sign. This is going to be our way to fast travel around. So go ahead and stop at the bench, save, and then once you pay the geo, then you can ring the bell, and then the stag will come. If you want to, go ahead and walk up and talk to him and see what his dialogue has to say. But then you just walk to the signpost, and then you can head back to Dirtmouth, and we have some things we can do there now. After we've enjoyed our ride on the stag, we'll go to the left and head back up to Dirtmouth. And now this will be permanently unlocked in the town, so we can fast travel here whenever we find a Stag Station. Make sure you smack the lever to open the door. Then once we're back here, we're gonna go to the map shop. This is where we will find Conifer's baby mama, Iselda. So we can listen to her talk about how she doesn't want to be in the store. And then after you see what she has to sell, the main things we want to get are the wayward compass and the quill. And you should have enough for those at this point. The compass allows you to see where you are on the map, so it's pretty helpful. And then the quill allows you to, basically as you explore new areas, fill in parts of the map that you don't already have. But then we're going to head back to the Stag Station, and now we're going to go towards the boss area. So ring that bell one more time, hop on the stag, take it to the Forgotten Crossroads, and then it's probably a good idea just to save the game again. And don't forget, at the bench you can equip your wayward compass now too. It's probably a good idea so you don't get lost. So head through the door, we'll come into the room where we originally found the Stag Station. Go ahead, hop up, kill the bugs. And then there will be a grub coming up. After killing this beetle right here, then we're gonna hop up and there will be like an indentation in the wall. Just smack it a few times and now we found our final grub for this area. Go ahead and kill the flies and get your grub. Now we're gonna head to our right and up before we head on to the boss room. Kill these bugs here, and there's a lever to unlock a shortcut. And now we got like a full loop from the start of the well. After hitting the lever, we're gonna hop back down and we're gonna go find that door that we had passed earlier and just hop in through that door on the left. Now when we come into this room, there's another one of those big guys. So just remember, step back, jump over the shockwaves. After he takes a good amount of hits, he'll be dead and you'll have a lot of geo. Then on the path to your left, there's going to be 3 more bugs to fight. So take care of those guys. And we're getting really close to the false knight. So it's just 2 football player beetles and then the jumpy guy. Not really much of a challenge. Then on to the next room. There's going to be some platforms. We can't go to our left yet, so we're just going to jump up these platforms. At this point, make sure you are ready to face the first boss. He's not too tough, but once you defeat these 3 beetles up here and reach the left side of the room, he's just going to drop in on you. So he's got 3 main attacks: a jump slam, and a shockwave. You can run under him. I find that to be like a good strategy, but you could pretty much just smack him a good couple times between attacks. Then eventually you'll knock him over like this, and once his head pops out, just smack him a whole couple times. After that though, you want to kind of get back and run against the wall because he will throw a tantrum and a lot of rocks will start to fall, and yeah, you don't want those hitting you. Also, at any point in the fight, you can kind of like back away. Just make sure he's not going to do his shockwave, and then you'll have time to heal. So he's got basically 3 health bars in a way. Like, once you knock him down 3 times and smack him around, he'll get mad and break through the floor. This guy's kind of a piece of cake. At this point, I forgot to run away after I knocked him down, and I got hit by the tantrum and the rocks. So yeah, avoid doing that. And then you can see me doing the run under him when he jumps technique, because he can only hit in front of him. So if you run under him, you can get a good couple of smacks in. And that's about it. He's done now. He's gonna throw his last tantrum and bust through the floor. Then you just drop down and you have defeated your first boss. Go ahead and jump down after him, give him the last few smacks, and he's gonna drop you an item. He's gonna drop the city crest, which you don't really need right now, but you will need it later on. So go ahead and pick that up, and then we can move on and collect our treasure. Go ahead and head on over to the left, jump up, and you've got a nice big chest full of geo. So make sure you grab all of that, and then we're gonna head to the left again onto this path, and now we will find where we can get our first spell. On the bottom path here, we can smack this lever to open a path up to the room with the platforms and the flies, so kind of a shortcut for later. And then we're gonna take this top path for now and reach this temple. After completing this part, we'll have a very useful spell that will actually be the end of the Forgotten Crossroads for now, and it'll allow us to go on to our next area. Be sure to save at the bench, and then we can meet our next character, the Snail Shaman. He's going to try to convince us that he's going to help us by giving us our spell, which he does, but really he wants our help. So once he drops the spell, you're going to jump up and grab it, and then you're going to just pass out for just a little bit. Go ahead and read the spell instructions so you know how to use it. We will be needing it for the next part. And then we're going to wake up. You'll notice that he's locked us in here, and once we are able to talk to him, he's going to tell us that there's some kind of beast that he needs to get rid of, and he wants you to do it for him. So now we know his ulterior motives. Through this next part, it's pretty straightforward. It's a single path. You just go through, kill all the bugs, and I'm going to speed that up. Then we can figure out how to beat the armored bug at the end. Stopped us here because the path does split. You want to take the left. These statues will give you some souls, so you can go ahead and grab that if you need it. We're going to continue over. There's a bunch of the roly-poly bugs, so smack through them. And yeah, so if we do go this way, we will find some geo deposits up here and also some shield. Then we can face the armored bug. So go ahead and grab the geo, smash the lifeblood nest. If the bugs scurry away, you can chase them down, try to get that shield just in case. And then we're just gonna head to our right, hop down, and this is our shield bug that we have to get through. He's a simple guy, just dodge his spit attacks. You can't hit him up close because he'll shield up, but just keep shooting him with your spell. And when you run out of soul, he'll spit out some roly-polies and use them to build your soul back up. And then across the chasm, there's a soul catcher charm for you. So make sure to pick that up. Then we can drop on down and talk to the Snail Shaman one more time, and he'll finally let us out. So now we'll make sure to save, and you can equip your new charm if you want to. We'll check our map and head on out. There's only like one more area to clear in the Forgotten Crossroads before we go ahead and make our way to Green Path. So we'll take the left out of here, and now we can make our way towards the Gruz mother, who is the final boss of this area, for now at least. So we hop down and pass back through the way we came, back through the False Knight's boss room, and just go all the way back. We're gonna try to reach the bottom right corner of the map. So we can smash through these guys like it's nothing now. And then once we head on over, remember there's the big guy over there. So we can get some more geo off of him. And yeah, it's probably a good idea to use your new spell if you have enough soul, because it does a lot more damage to him. And you can beat him a little bit quicker that way. Once we got him beat, we're going to grab the money and keep on heading over to the right. So jump down this passageway. We're going to make it all the way to the bottom. This is an area that we skipped over previously. Kill the jumpy guy here. Go on into the room. Once we make our way all the way through here, you can pop through here, and this is where you'll find her sleeping. Once you smack her, she will wake up and the fight will start, and you'll be locked in here. She's not too tough. Pretty much after you smack her around, she'll get mad and start doing this jumpy thing. If you time it right, you can like run under it. And then yeah, whenever she stops, just keep on smacking and she'll be down in no time. If your life starts to get pretty low like mine did, I'd probably take a second to get away from her and try to heal. But you'll see she's not too hard. Once she does die though, she will have a bunch of babies pop out of her. So go ahead and pick up the cash, and then yeah, anticipate all those babies and go ahead and defeat them. Once you defeat them, the gates will open for you, and we'll keep going to the right. They'll pretty much just float around, so kind of dodge them and give them a couple good smacks and they'll be done in no time. The gates lift up, we'll head on down. And this next part, once you drop down, head to the left and a couple bugs to fight. Then we'll enter this door here and we'll find a new NPC. His name is Sly, and after you hear what he has to say, he will be able to be found back in Dirtmouth, and he has a shop open where he sells various things like charms and other kind of important key items. Once you leave out of there, you can kill the bugs if you want some more geo. Hop up, and now we have another shortcut. So hop up through that, and then we're gonna head back through this path upwards that we had passed before. Once you get in here, just keep on climbing up, smack around these bugs a little bit. Watch out for the babies they drop, and we'll just make our way back straight up to the top. We've got just a couple more things to do before we can start heading towards Green Path. There's one more grub up here, and then we're gonna also go check out Sly's shop and see what we might can get from there for now. So once you beat these annoying little bugs, right above this area, there's gonna be like a little drop to the left, and we're gonna hop in there. I'll also mention you can like jump past the bugs and just skip that, but you are gonna need the geo eventually, so you might as well collect as much as you can get. So once we hop through this room, you're gonna hop across, and we're gonna have to practice our nail jump here. You're gonna do a triple nail jump, and here's your next grub. When you're heading out, you can't just jump at the end and like avoid the spikes and just walk through, but you might as well practice a couple more nail jumps. Then we're gonna come back through the next room. While you're platforming up, at the top right corner, there will be a geo deposit. Don't nail jump here, just jump over it, and then you can get it pretty easily. After you get your geo, we're going to jump back across to the left top doorway. In here there's some beetles with swords and shields, and they are a little tough. You can try to jump and nail spike over their heads, or you can use your spell to just shoot them. But yeah, you can also just jump past them if you want. They are a little annoying. Once we reach the next room, we're going to drop down to the Stag Station, and we're going to take it back to Dirtmouth, and we're going to go check out Sly's shop. Oh, and don't forget to stop by the bench and save real quick. Anytime we pass a bench, you might as well, just in case, because you don't know what might happen, and you probably don't want to start all the way back before the Gruz mother. But so yeah, we're gonna make our way back here. We're gonna go back up to the town, and Sly has opened up shop. So once we get out of the station, head to your left past Elderbug, and go ahead and go in there and see what he's got. So we grabbed the Swarm Charm here and the Mask Shard, and that's pretty much mostly what we can afford at this point. And the Mask Shard, once we collect enough, we'll have an extra like hit point. And the Swarm is a really good charm for grabbing Geo, so you don't have to like walk over every piece of it. So we walk out, save one more time. Before we leave, we're gonna stop by the map shop and just grab a couple whatever we can afford in here. I just grabbed the bench pin to start, and then we can always come back and buy the rest of this stuff later. So then we're gonna head out of Dirtmouth back down the well and make our way towards Green Path. After you drop down, you can just head all the way to the left here, and this will bring us to the room with all the platforms and the flies buzzing around. Then if you want to, you can stop on by the Grubfather to grab a couple more rewards. I think up until this point it's just more Geo, but you might as well grab it real quick. Then we can head on out. Once we head out, we're going to drop down and find the entrance to Green Path. In the platform room, you just drop straight down a little bit and you'll find the entrance. It's covered in like green bushes. So yeah, just find it, run through there. In this next area, there's also a lore tablet you can read if you want to. And then once you pass that, you'll find another one of those armored bugs. So just take him out and then we're on our way. That'll be the last part of this guide. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. Next, I'll see you guys on Green Path.